Okay. Hello, hello. Good morning to everyone in the US. Oh, I woke up not too long ago. It's currently 9:57 a.m. in St. Louis. Make sure my heart is beating at a normal pace. Welcome to everyone who is already here in YouTube chat. Welcome to Bavarian Pole, first person in Twitch chat. So starting in just over 2 minutes, it's early Title Tuesday. I think it's very likely I'll stream both tournaments today. The next Title Tuesday starts at 3 p.m. US Central Time. Oh, thank you to Molfer. Thank you, BCV.
Good luck.
I appreciate the Prime subs. What's your normal heart rate? I think 67 is pretty normal. Sometimes it's early, it's lower earlier in the day. Like I'm still waking up. But yeah, for a normal Title Tuesday stream, the heart rate will usually peak like above 140 at some point if I have an intense game. But we shall see. Thank you, Pilote. Appreciate the bits. Okay, got about a minute. So my rating has taken a small dip recently. I've been on somewhat of a tilt spree. But hopefully I can play some decent chess today. Got some strong players in the tournament. Magnus top seed. Fresh off the 9 out of 9 at the freestyle event. Got Ferrugia, Denis Lazovic, Fabiano. No Hikaru though. I think Hikaru's on vacation. So one less super grandmaster to worry about. Is your heart rate in metric or imperial? I don't know what that means. Are there different ways of measuring it? I think it's measured in beats per minute. Also, okay, first game starting. Let me hiding all the chats and let's play chess. Play a London. Pretty standard line. There's a trap here of rook c8, they take, bishop a6. Yeah, black has to be really, really careful. This is some line. Haven't looked at this in a while though. So I defend the bishop. I want to recapture with this knight on c4. And queen d4 might be possible. Okay, bishop b4. Do I want to play with a bishop pair or keep my knight? I think I will play with a bishop pair. So I do have an isolated pawn, but so does black. Some idea to play this and this. Knight g4 is slightly annoying. Also c5 is annoying too. Well, c5 I can take it, I think. c5 take. Hopefully is okay for me. I have a5. a5 queen b7. Yeah, the knight's probably going to come into like b4, or that's going to happen. I'll throw an a5. Maybe some like g4, h4 ideas. Yeah, it's very positional. The c5 might be coming. And knight f4 is coming. I don't like my position. Okay.
Thanks, Eric. Good luck today.
Thank you, Sleepy Lab. I think the tactics work. Yeah, the knight's trapped. If takes, there's takes and takes. Okay. That was a fight. Wasn't super easy, but got the job done. Yeah, Black's Knight went in a little bit too deep there. Past the point of no return. Probably should have just moved back. And then that's the game. Yeah, I felt worse around here. I was expecting knight f4. Unleashing the d-file, threatening this. Threat is to play this, take, and then win the pawn. But also to play c5. I didn't fully see how to defend the pawn, like not to lose it. I think I was going to play this, and then probably cry. Hey, welcome back to Axer Typo. Welcome back to everyone. I hope people are doing well. I'm still waking up. Voice is still warming up. So that was the first game. Let me go ahead and put in this score. So 1 out of 1. I'm trying to remember how I did last week in Title Tuesday. People can check. The VOD is on YouTube and Twitch. I don't think it was super memorable though. Okay, I'm doing my best to catch up with Twitch and YouTube chat. There's a question, how would you punish queen takes d4 in the early game? Yeah, it's true that d4 is not defended, but if the queen leaves the defense of c6, I would probably take. And then it could get weird. Because I win the knight, I lose a bishop, and then check.
Hi Eric. My boyfriend
Should be okay.
Marcus is a big fan. I just merged for his 20th birthday on the 15th of May. If you could say happy birthday, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, happy birthday. I didn't catch whose birthday it is though. I have my speaker volume very low and I'm not using headphones. But I hope you enjoy the merch. Let me update. Let me open my alerts list. Oh yeah, happy birthday to Marcus. I really appreciate that. Also, happy birthday to everyone else who has a birthday today or coming up, or maybe recently. So I'll quickly check with Engine to see. Yeah, queen takes d4 is actually very playable. And then take g3. To drive the queen away from defending the bishop. And then check and then take. And white's actually down a pawn, but is getting very good compensation. Thank you to M Joy, first time Prime. Yeah, I could quickly check game review. Oh, hey, 92.1. That was actually a clean game. I felt worse here. The engine says I was slightly better. Interesting. Okay, well, moving on. Maybe have to analyze that later. Next opponent. I have a London. Jobava London. I'm playing this all online. Nothing too crazy. This will likely get very positional later. Have a pretty typical Carlsbad structure. Black is missing a c-pawn, white's missing an e-pawn. Maybe some idea knight d7 to pressure e5. Yeah, do I go for it right away? I think I do. And then rook c1, then take. Let's go for it. Yeah, c4 usually runs into this. Knight e4 looks attractive. I'm threatening this. I'm also obstructing the queen and threatening this. Okay, so if takes, there's f3. Maybe I just take once and then move the queen. And white's left with a pretty glaring weakness on c3. I'm expecting rook c1. The plan is probably just to double up. Like rook c4 looks nice. Rook a c8 is on tap. Pressuring the diagonal as well. If knight d2, I don't mind trading. I wasn't lying when I said it would get positional. A very good kind of positional. Just massaging white's weak pawns. Yeah, queen c7 should be good, but I'll look for tactics too, like taking. Taking actually might be fine. Yeah, because there's some back rank issue for white as well. So the calculation is takes, and then check and mate. Expecting one of these moves. Actually trying to figure out what my next move is after h3. Probably just to take on d4 and put the rook back on c4. Could also trade. Hmm. Yeah, f3 is not possible. I'll take with check here. Okay. Yeah, the threat was to play this and win the pawn. Okay, pretty clean game. No major complaints. I feel like I have another high accuracy from this game. It was not too tactical. When there were tactics, they were relatively simple tactics in my favor. Yeah, 94.9. Okay, GG. I got a very comfortable position. I do want to note there is a small trap here. After queen takes e2, if I'm not careful and I play this move, then knight b5 is crushing. Because not only is knight c7 a threat, but knight d6 is also a threat with the pin on the e-file. So rook c8, this would be pretty painful for black. But this bishop g4 line is one of my main weapons against Gibala London. White can also play f3, and then the point is bishop d7, and get some similar setup. Thank you to Aryan. Happy 10 months. Was there a brilliant move? Oh, there was. Knight takes c3, brilliant. Spam those brilliant emotes. Even though I don't have a brilliant emote. Maybe I should make one. That was a feel-good tactic. Because at first it looks like I'm trying to exploit d4, but it's actually exploiting the back rank. So I'm 2 out of 2. I have a feeling I'll play up next game. And due for a strong grandmaster. Not seeing Magnus here. Did Magnus get nicked? Oh, playing this person. Strong player. Okay, here we go again. Black again. Another London. Ah, this line. Let's play this move. B4, G5. We'll have some fun. I used to play E6 and be normal. What is white considering? Bishop B5? It may be playable. Knight C3, interesting. So if E5, bishop G5, and if I take bishop B5, bishop D7. Huh. A new territory. So there's a line bishop e5, bishop d7, take, 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 and then queen a5 wins a piece. Am I scared of knight b5? Worst case scenario, I have knight e6 or knight a6. Yeah, this is just a safety move. Maybe I'll go for the fianchetto. So there's 94 or 96. Or 97. Yeah, I think this is a bit more standard. You could trade. E5 is some idea. E5 is actually a major threat. Considering f6 as well. Gonna play what to do. Let's play this. Gonna accept the IQP. Maybe the wrong decision, but we'll see. I have this move too. Might actually be more attractive and then take with knight. Bishop d6 takes. Can I gambit? Let's do it. Every pawn lost is a file opened. I make use of my files. Might be threatening bishop c2 or rook c2. Some a5 idea. If I take on b4, doesn't quite work. May have blundered this. A king f8, take, queen c6. Don't like my position. I have to trade queens. Oops. Oh, that's really bad. It's really bad. Wait, or is it? Oh, I got mated. Ah. It got weird around here. If I take with king, no, if I take with king, I lose a pawn. Yeah, it's just losing. GG. Got ground down there. That was a tough game. So what went wrong? Probably sacking the pawn. Also, maybe going for this line too. Best move f6. I was briefly considering this. I just thought it's kind of slow, allowing c4. But this structure is really good against the bishop and knight. And then I can just happily live ever after. Yeah, because I really don't have to worry about these things on the king side. a5. In the classical game, that's probably findable. In Blitz, it's hard to make the judgment. All right, let me update the score. Oh, I forgot to update it from the previous round. Okay, I'm 2 out of 3. Thank you, Axotypo, for the reminder. I do want to show like a cool opening idea. This d takes c5 line, it's an attempt to surprise black. Not the most common move. There's some lines after like e6, b4. It can get very, very tricky. But yeah, recently I've been playing this move. And the idea is if white plays b4, then g5. Engine slightly prefers white, but this is very playable for black. Takes in bishop g7. It's actually a really good sign when like you're down 2 pawns, but the engine says it's close to equal. That means there's nearly full compensation for black. Black's threatening knight e4 here. Some a5 ideas. There's not too many like playable openings where you can sack 2 pawns against a London and be okay. So I am 2 out of 3. I'm getting word that Magnus lost terribly. The thing is, like, I'm using Proctor. I can't easily open a new tab. To, like, I can't, like, just easily find Magnus's name. Because there's no control or command F. Oh, here he, okay. Well, next game. I found him, but not quick enough to click on him. Moving on. Has every game been a London so far? London or Jobava London? Okay, this will probably transpose into a Piotr. There's c5, after which I play e3. I'm curious about a5 here. Take and then knight a4, queen b4. Not sure if it works. I mean, rook b1 is probably the simple move. If I get the chance, I would like to play d5 and then maneuver the knight. Yeah, let's do it. So now we have a Benoni. these moves are not playable because I take a knight c4, I win d6. The point of rook a1 is to meet b5 with take, knight a5, and then into c6. So I'm trying to squeeze black as much as possible. Go for e4. Maybe some f4 e5 or f4 f5. And there's still this prospect, like b5, take, knight a5, b4, knight d1. I think is okay for white. Still knight c6 in the air in that line. Defend b2. I may have blundered. Oh no, my knight. Completely missed rook a8. My rooks are disconnected too, so I don't have knight c6. Oh, I have knight to b3 though. Okay, that's a fortunate save. It's not pretty, but it's kind of necessary. If this, I have this. Queen a2 might be coming. Queen a2, queen b5 perhaps. Okay, feels like I've stabilized. Entering some late stage middle game. Early end game. This has to be good. How? There's probably some more efficient way to mate there. Like, yeah, rook h8 f5, but got the job done. Got a little bit messy towards the end there. I'll take it. Oh, so a5 is possible. I considered this. I just wasn't sure about queen takes b2. Ah, queen d2. I was only calculating knight a4. Yeah, queen d2 preparing this makes a ton of sense. Question from James Ruga, 21 knight b5. Let's take a look. So everything was under control. Yeah, knight b5 would have been a great move. I was in this mindset to just move back and defend b2, but should have looked at the forward move. And then, yeah, then the knight is actually playing a more aggressive role. If here, then here. Nearly trapping the rook. Rook b7? Wow, look at this line. Rook a6. This is probably not feasible to find, but the point is queen a6, knight takes d6. Attacking all the things. And if takes... Ah, knight takes e7. That's insane. Okay, so some moves were missed. Yeah, knight d1 was not a great move. Thankfully, I had knight b3. Otherwise, I'm just losing material. And then I did manage to stabilize. And things got super interesting around here. Okay, apparently black is nearly winning after this move. I think I would have taken and taken. Huh. So it's equal material, but I guess black has stronger pawns. Yeah, and then once I get the two center pass pawns, it's really good. Like when I play d6, I'm threatening to queen, knight takes, and then push. And I basically got the same tactic in the game. It's funny that, yeah, e8 equals rook was almost the top move there, but that's the same line. It's a common tactical theme is when a pawn attacks a knight on the 8th rank, then usually the pawn is guaranteed to queen. In this case, okay, the rook can take the pawn, but then I win material. Okay, let me update the score again. I'm 3 out of 4. We do have, I think, the usual break. Usually a 6-minute break after round 4. So if you're just joining, it's an early title Tuesday. I'm still waking up. Heart rate is a bit lower than I think usual. What's been the peak heart rate for this stream? Has anyone been paying attention? Has it passed 100? Cheesy Gazebo asking if there's a dog. There's no dog today. But stay tuned. There will be a dog at some point in the future. So the game I lost was to Chinese Grandmaster Xiangyu? What's his name? This person. I'm not the best with pronouncing such names. I think Xiangyu. He pretty convincingly outplayed me. Although I had a fine opening, just the middle game things went wrong. Sacking the pawn was playable though. Queen c7 was better. Attacking this and preparing this. Okay, let me check my break timer. I don't know who my next opponent will be. Can browse the standings though. I'm in 64th place. Tied for 38th. It might be close if I play up or down. I have a feeling I might play up though. Wait, is there a game still going? There is. Oh, wow. Wait, what? Oh, someone's just playing on the break, I think. Yeah. That's strange. We should officially be on break. Oh, I could play Magnus. Magnus is apparently 3 out of 4. That would be fun. I haven't played Magnus in a while. Does Lichess still have title player tournaments? Yeah, they have the title arenas every month. I played the most recent one a few days ago. I was doing really well. It was like one of my best starts after the first half. I was in 6th place, but then I kind of collapsed. Yeah, a lot of people with 3 points. I'm not seeing Magnus though. Oh, here he is. Let me check out his one loss. Actually, the next game is starting, so let's focus. I'm playing a Norwegian Grandmaster, but it's not Magnus Carlsen. It's Aryan Tari. I want to say discount Magnus Carlsen, but Aryan's like very, very strong individual. I think he's a student too. I think he goes to Mizzou. All right. Let's focus. Facing some Grand Prix attack. D4. I have to take. trying to be solid. White's probably slightly better, objectively. Bishop e7. Queen c7 is typical. Bishop c5 also. Take. Bishop e7. That's a little bit uncomfortable. Queen c7. I want to get a rook behind the d-pawn. Could play d6. Maybe a5 coming. Allowing bishop b6 and queen c8. Maybe some idea of playing this. Of course, this as well. F5 might be coming. So F5 95. Attacking c2. It does look shaky here. Oh, that was a really bad move. Yeah, that was really bad. What to do? Self-destructing. Tough game, tough game. White's pawn storm was strong. I really didn't want to play g6, but I felt like it was necessary. But it's not necessary. Yeah, the middle game was very fine. It's one of these Sicilian positions where black should not have any problems. But eventually problems arose. I probably played a little bit too slowly, like on the queen side. Okay, Engine likes playing in the center. E5, F5, Knight D4. Actually a nice idea. Like sack a pawn, but get the darks for bishop. Alright, I'm 3 out of 5. Having tough games against GMs. Check the game accuracy. Probably in the 80s. Oh, 92.2, 78.5 for me. Yeah, I kind of just played without a plan for a while. And then, yeah, things got worse and worse. C3 was a good move. And everything crumbled. I'll check the opening too. Yeah, maybe I should probably play D5 here as the main line. I was kind of just improvising. Wow. That's really funny. The top engine move is Knight G8. Completely undeveloped. I don't think I've ever seen that before in such a position. It feels so wrong. Like, is Knight F6 really that valuable? Was there a brilliant move? Oh, probably the queen sack in the end, right? I click on it, but nothing happens. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, oh no, his queen. What to do? I'm still feeling good overall. Like my 2 losses, they were still like decently hard-fought games. Got very acceptable positions. So there's 5 players with 5 points. I'm still on 3. Still somewhere in the standings, maybe tied for top 100. A few games still going. Okay. I don't know if either game is worth watching. I'll watch this one though. It's more interesting than Rook versus Rook. White is struggling to checkmate. Black king is very slippery. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, final game of the round. Black with the mating attack. Okay, chess is a draw. Okay, next game, playing this person. Small timeouts. Oh, hey, it's Witty Alien. Thanks for the raid. Good timing. Just started round 6 of Title Tuesday. I have both Twitch and YouTube chat hidden. I can still see my my OBS. My opponent has not moved. Okay, we finally have a move. I'll still play London even against a6. d5. Some kind of French type structure. Take and then queen takes. I really want to punish this, but it might be difficult. Yeah, I'll just play solidly. I do allow the bishop to develop in one go. I'm allowing queen b6 actually. Or that move. 92, take, castle. Yeah, probably not the best opening play on my part. We're getting something playable. Trying to keep my time advantage. Taking looks attractive. There's some knight e4 ideas now. Okay, so takes. It should be worth grabbing the bishop pair. Let's start with this, provoke some weakness. Probably queen c2 coming. Another f4 might be coming. I have two bishops versus two knights. Bishop g4. Allowing knight d4. Then bishop g4. Queen f5. That's risky. Queen c3, queen f5, and then attack. Knight d4 is coming though. Alright, let's sack all the pawns. Knight d4 is still a move. Yeah, I'm just worse. Okay, I went on time. Not a clean game. Not a clean game at all. Should have lost that. I definitely should not have won that. Opponent played well. I didn't really get much from the opening. I was optimistic around here. 94. Get the bishop pair. But it didn't really lead to much. Yeah, maybe bishop g5 only helped black. But this is the best move. Okay, I should have been more aggressive and still counterattack. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't consider b4 or c4. But white's still better here. I wasn't feeling comfortable though. I guess this is not really a threat, just bishop h2 and then I have the g4 square. Iljin likes to play this to prepare this, which actually makes sense. I missed bishop e5. Oh, bishop takes e5. Maybe in this position? Maybe not though. Yeah, it's interesting. I probably should have considered this move. The point is after takes, it looks like I'm winning material back. The problem is if I take the knight, I lose my queen. Knight f3 is a discovered attack. So black is still quite stable here. Knight c3. Knight c3. Wow. Queen e1. Oh yeah, knight c3 would fork the queen and threaten knight e2. Black was going for the fork, but I had the counterattack. Oh, playing Chris Yoo. Okay. Let's focus. I'm white again. Another London incoming. Been getting more experience in these lines lately. Kind of weirdly slow play from my opponent. Maybe considering this. F5's coming. Which I'm probably okay with. Take. Some rook a3 idea. Taking bishop h5. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. Takes, I have this knight a5 idea. Yeah, it looks a little bit shaky though. F4, E4, then knight e3. Take. Try it. It does feel a little bit wrong though. YOLO. Yeah, it looks really weakening. But if I can get a knight to g5, it's the promised land. I didn't really calculate this stuff, but okay, it shouldn't work. Bishop f4, take, knight g4, take, queen h4. That's not good. I take on f5. Oh, that's also not good. There goes my position. Oh no, my king. Tough game. Yeah, it's one of these positions which probably requires a lot of accurate play, a lot of careful play. Knight d1. Not a good move. I had to identify this threat. Best move would have been rook ef1. And this is actually fine for white. As long as black doesn't have any sacks. And eventually I would want to maneuver the knight. Looks like there's a question about emote only mode. Yeah, because I'm using Proctor, I've been given permission to have chats as they are normally. I just hide them and they can monitor my screen. All right, let me update my score. Wait. Oh, I forgot to update the score after the previous round. So I'm 4 out of 7, I guess? I've lost to 3 GMs. Thank you, Trash Aimer, 2K. Happy 6 months. Yeah, another game. I was happy with the opening. Like against all these GMs, I'm getting fine openings, just struggling in the later stages. Is there a better way to play this? Okay, there was a small preference for knight d2 immediately. Knight d7. Just curious how the engine treats this position as white. So I'm never scared of f4. Yeah, this rook a3 idea I never got a chance to play. I guess it does make sense. It should be more useful than what I played in the game King h2. Because the rook helps potentially defend along the third rank, but also help attack on the queen side. Like rook b8, rook b3. And it's very difficult for black to play b5. But sometimes a position like this, it's still hard to figure out a plan for white. The top 2 moves are g3. And the chess.com engine is spazzing a little bit. You have to lose before you can win sometimes. Yeah, that's good life advice. Oh, there's a question, what is Proctor? Yeah, Proctor is a software that's required for title Tuesday. At least for some players, including myself. I think eventually it'll be required for all players. And thankfully, it's not laggy today. It was very laggy last week. But today, there's no issue with, especially with like the post-game analyzing. To remember the line here. Take with knight or bishop? Take with knight. Bishop b4 check ideas. Provoke c3. g7 is hanging, but then I probably win back g2. And there's queen f3, and then maybe queen g5. There's also maybe some idea of c5. Force white to take and then do things. Like if white castles, c5 could be very strong. Okay, so bishop b4 back. Takes away white's castling rights. Wow. Now queen g5 looks nice. g2's undefended. So c5, bishop b2, check. How to do this? You just castle queenside. Yeah, when in doubt, bring more things into the attack. The rooks want to get involved. Could take with the pawn as well, but there's some threat of this and stuff. Yo, it's Chess Dojo. How's it going? Appreciate the raid. If you're just joining, I have a good looking position, but it still takes work. Take on g2, check. This is very close. Check. King f1. Maybe just b6. Feels wrong. Gotta watch my time. So a3, I just take the pawn. Okay, I'll simplify. I was looking for more, but given the time situation, I want to play kind of safe. Oh, that was a blunder. Completely collapsed. Nope. Okay, I flag. Oh, what to do? What to do? Had a great position. Should not be losing games like that. Yeah, I took a lot of time here, like looking for more. And Queen e5 was a safe move. And then, yeah, the pressure built up. Bishop c4 is really bad. And I kind of panicked. The problem is if takes, then there's takes, and I lose my bishop. Maybe my king was better on b7. Best move, rook d8. Only move. Did I have a clear win? It looked really good around here. Okay, apparently the clear win was taking with pawn. Which I briefly considered. It just seemed like this was also very strong. Bishop takes. But I didn't see c5. Okay, not my best score. 4 out of 8. 50%. Is it time to tilt? Maybe it's Stafford Gambit time. Maybe I'll start playing more aggressive, dubious openings. Yeah, pawn takes actually would have been really nice. Threatening this and this. And probably this as well. If the queen moves off. Wow, rook takes d4. Okay, I'm not sure if I would have found this. But that's pretty elegant. Okay. Take a look at the standings. Wait, this game finished a while ago. Right? Yeah, this is from like a much earlier round. I don't think the little game list is updating. Let me check if we're on a break. Oh, we are on a break. Okay. So Firouzja is leading the tournament, 7.5 out of 8. And 3 more games to go. There's a question, was b6 a good or bad move? Let's check. I liked it when I played it. It's one of the top moves. Apparently second best. Engine also likes queen g6. Oh, setting up this. Yeah, this is, I think, a sign that I'm not super sharp. Like such a move I should be able to find threatening force mate. And it does look weakening at first, but it's only weak if white can exploit the weaknesses. But yeah, around here I wasn't quite sure. Engine likes F5. F3? Wow, F4. Yeah, some of these engine lines are not super feasible. There's a point around here I wanted to play Queen H5, but yeah, this doesn't lead to much. Calculating takes, but King F1. Okay, life goes on. Got about 2 minutes. Yeah, rating is really taking a dip. Thank you to Dimvi. Happy 5 months. Also Docfop with 4 months. Comment from TQ Wee Wee. Would love to see you play some freestyle chess. Yeah, I've dabbled in freestyle a little bit. Haven't played the recent like Freestyle Fridays, but they are doing the weekly tournament. Similar to Title Tuesday, but on Friday for freestyle. Welcome to Jeremy Candle. First time live watch. You are my favorite. I appreciate the words. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help the stream and the channel. Would you rather play against 1 GM sized CM or 1000 CM sized GMs? Oh dear. I don't even know what that means. But the 1 GM sized CM sounds a little bit more manageable. Playing 1000 of anything might be a little bit overwhelming. Do you prefer to have us watch from YouTube or Twitch? I prefer whatever makes you the happiest. Some people like to watch, I think, on both platforms. Get the best of both chats. Anyway, okay. I'm hiding all the chats and let's play the next game. Thank you, I'm Oceanborn. Okay, we have a Catalan. Yeah, knight c3 is online. Have to remember this. Yeah, there's this famous Magnus Carlsen versus Hans Niemann from the Sinkfield Cup. I think that was a slightly different path, though. Like Magnus had played a3. Few things to consider here. Queen e7, a3. Take. There's actually not too many options. Also c5. c5, take. Wasn't sure. So if a3, I just take and b6, I guess. Not thrilled about this. Actually, wait, knight c4, I have bishop d7. I'm just realizing. That wins a piece. So white can't actually take here. So we might see some e4. But now I hold on to the pawn. I also have bishop d7. Go for this. This queen b4 is possible. That's also a move. So it takes, I check and win the knight. Hmm. Okay. Took some work. Got the job done. Winning on time. Yeah, let me check the opening. Most players play bishop d2, and then I'm happy to go into the start of the Ray Robson variation. But this is just a different line. Yeah, rook b8 is very typical. e5 here. Knight a5 also fine. Yeah, at first I didn't like my position because I thought white could just take, and I was calculating this and then takes, and I'm not winning this because this. But then I realized I have bishop d7 and black's winning here, so that means white can't take the pawn. And black is just up a pawn. But then, yeah, maybe I didn't play super cleanly. I don't understand. c5, knight c4? Is there some form of compensation? Yeah, I tried to hold on to the pawn, but then rook b5. Oh, I missed c5 here. Oh man. Missing moves today. Oh, there's a question. c5 on move 18. Yeah, that would have been just much better. Maintain the queen on d5. But then, yeah, momentum started swaying in my favor. I was happy with queen d3, even though maybe it's not the best move objectively. Puts the pressure on white. If takes, and I just take back, and the c file opens. Oh, the final position is still fine if white found e4. Okay, moving on. Playing Topalov. I didn't realize there's another title player with the last name Topalov. From Ecuador, interesting. Okay, the London versus French. Yeah, this is a fun line. Just got a slightly fresh position. Yeah, bishop b4, then knight e2 is a nice move. I think still knight e2. Wait, g5? g5 is maybe playable though. Take, take, bishop h6, take, take. Oh, let's play g5. Wow. Yeah, I couldn't take as knight a5 and I get skewered, I assume. I don't really want to trade queens, but it might be necessary. I think I'll play knight e2. So if takes, I take back with knight. I mean, the structure should favor white in the middle game, especially the queenless middle game. Okay, can I take this, but then rook f8? Yeah, maybe I will just take h4. So black has 3 center pawns. I only have 2 center pawns. Trying to induce d5. Now knight h5. Could trade off a lot of things. Let's go for this. Expecting rook dg8. I guess there's knight f5 too. Yeah, knight f5 I kind of forgot about. There's a plan of doing this and this. Actually, knight f5, g6 take, knight f4? I win back a pawn. There's knight h4, bishop h3. I think it's okay. And the whole goal is to eventually weaken black in the structure. This is a base of the pawn chain. Wow. Black wants bishop e2. I mean, I have knight f4. Should be good enough. Yeah, for rook f8, I have this. King e7's coming. Rook h8 almost works, but not quite. Wait a minute, I could just queen. Oh, that's such a pretty tactic. And I fork no matter what. It's like a weird tactical concept. Okay. That's cool. It's like a nice puzzle rush position. Because yeah, if I don't have this move, I just lose back the pawn. But this it attracts a rook here or the king here. In both cases, I fork on e6 or g6. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's a nice build up too. Yeah, generally I'm reluctant to trade queens in such positions because very often white attacks on the king side, but in this position I felt like I kind of had to trade queens. Okay, apparently queen f7 is the best move, which looked really risky. I can just take pawns. I guess white has enough ways to defend. Okay, so I have 6 points. Oh, let me update the score. Sorry, I've been slow with updating the score. 6 out of 10, I think? There's one more game to go. Thank you, Patrick VF. Happy 27. Oh, I missed a chance to promote to a bishop. Yeah, promoting to bishop would maybe be the most elegant. Yeah, it's funny. Probably the top 4 moves for white are promoting to all the different things. Like queen, rook, bishop, knight. I don't understand how Stockfish can have different evaluations for promote to queen and promote to rook if it leads to the same position. But some small quirk with engine. That was only 23 moves. Felt like a longer game. I was happy with G6. Let me check my accuracy. 95.7. If only I could play this well against the GMs. But yeah, in certain games, like when I get an opening I'm comfortable with and positions not too tactical, it's much easier to play well. Like all my games against the GMs today, we've been getting like more tense positions. It's been more difficult to find middle game plans. Oh, there's a question. Why did you think the structure favored white around here? In general, when both sides have a bishop of the same color, then you don't want your pawns on the same color as the bishops. So I assumed the structure favors white because black's pawn is stuck on e4. And it's basically a long-term target, even though black is able to create the pawn chain and have things defended. I have the better bishop. Even though my bishop's restricted, long-term, this bishop's not good combining with the pawns on light squares. And naturally, when you have pawns on dark squares, then they work much better together with the light squared bishop. You just control more squares. So it's a very simple concept, but I've won so many games because of the fact of like understanding the structure and trying to enter positions where I have the better bishop due to the pawn structure. Okay, final game. If e4, I'll go for a Stafford, because why not? Knight f3. Okay, I'll play my usual reverse Torre. I actually don't play this too frequently, but it can enter positions very similar to a London. Just having the bishop more aggressively placed. Taking actually might be fine here, and then just bishop d6. Some e5 idea. Okay, so the main plan is g5, g4. It's actually one of the main reasons I've played this line as black more recently, is to get this idea. I think g4. E4 is probably a fine response. G4, there's e5. But if e5 I take, and queen can't take because knight e4. Well, it's not actually winning material. Or winning back material. So I guess there's knight takes. Now it's a choice where to put the bishop. Probably c7 and take with queen. I like the position. It was a big trade. I have the half open g file. Very soon castle and probably put a rook on g8. At 95. So we're entering another position where I should have the better bishop due to the pawn structure. But it's also very sharp. I think I should take with knight though. Like we might end up trading queens. Queen d3. It's very similar vibes to the previous game. Queen g6 actually might be slightly preferred. Where to put the queen? Also queen f4. Maybe queen f4. There's not a super... Oh, wow, really? So if I take... I mean, I don't want to trade queens, but... It does feel pretty good here. I'll look to pressure the G file. And my king should be on e8. Maybe I should have started with king d7. I have this move. There's a bishop here to here. I think I'm in time to do this, though. Actually, wait, no. Bishop here I just take. Okay, f5 looks so nice. Because now there's never en passant. Pawn is pinned. And now there's no more pressure on the file. Yeah, let's start building up on the G file. Don't really want to trade bishops. I have all my pawns on light squares. Probably makes sense to trade one pair of rooks. Maybe it makes sense to trade all the rooks, actually. There's still some annoying bind from white. I don't mind the b5 break. I'm going to fight for the c file. Again, long term, these pawns are so weak. It just takes patience. Yeah, b6, bishop d8. Didn't want to play that move, but it's too late now. Hmm. I think the final position is winning. Usually 2 passers versus 1 passer. That took a lot of work. Had to be careful about repetition there. Yeah, we weren't close to the 50 move rule, but sometimes it's easy to forget about repetition. Oh, did my heart rate thing died? I have my heart rate monitor, but it stopped working. I'm not sure how long it was stuck on 75. Yeah, my heart rate definitely peaked, like, had to have peaked over 120 there. Okay, I finished with 7 points. Yeah, long endgame grind there. Started with a fun opening idea, is h5. Oh, g5 also is possible right away. It's pretty crazy how, like, this position, even though it looks solid for white, Engine prefers black because of this plan. The fact that white's committed to h3 and castling. It makes the position ripe for attack. And it seems like, yeah, this is one of the best lines for me. The ending wasn't so easy. I really like my chances with the bishop situation. But the fact that white's was solid, had all the weaknesses defended, and controlled the only open file, that was actually worse here. Am I ever in danger? And it probably should have been a draw. Like this rook ending should be a draw. But then... Whoa. King G5 and white's better. White's winning. Here? Oh, I lose E6. I'm losing these pawns, or one of the pawns. Wow. I could have been losing. Like when I played this, I thought I'm winning a pawn. Should be better. And after, yeah, King F3, Rook E4, that was the case. Will you be back for the late tournament? That's the plan. Yeah, it starts in less than 3 hours. Still getting used to the fact that they changed the time, but I'll still have some break. Thank you, Whole Destroyer. First time Prime. Okay, yeah, I'm wrapping things up. Let's just see who won the tournament. This person. Wow. Yeah, Grandmaster from Turkey. Clear first, 10 out of 11. Firouzjan second. Let's see where I finished. Okay, I tied for top 50. I finished 65th on tie breaks. I think a pretty average score. Okay. Oh, welcome back to XI Sparks as well. Happy 81 months. And thank you everyone who subbed throughout the stream. Gave positive energy. I do appreciate it. I'll be back very soon. So stay tuned and goodbye.